Black Truther here, guys. What's up? How's it going? Hope you guys had a good day today, or if it's in the morning you're watching, hope you have a great day. We have another plane crash that happened. This is now, I believe, the third big plane crash that they've, publicized a lot. Since the beginning of the year, the helicopter and plane collide. Second one, which was actually the probably most insane one, was the one that came to the ground like a missile. Looked like a straight up missile. We'll run back videos of those. And that was in Philly. And then this one just happened with a plane that was departing from, I believe, Minneapolis. And it was actually on its way. I don't know if it was on its way to Toronto, but it crashed in Toronto. So it technically wasn't in American airspace. It was in Canadian airspace. Even still, representatives and Democrats will have still tried to pin this on Trump. FAA. He's firing people, FAA, but to no avail. I mean, really, come on now. And so we're going to go over an article about it, but I found it very, I don't want to say suspicious, but it seems kind of awkward, okay? So we'll go over it right now. Let's see. First and foremost, so this is it. Passenger on board flipped Delta flight. Post wild evacuation and footage revealing. So I guess they said as they were leaving the thing, they told the guy and everybody not to take videos, photos, whatever. Of course, he's still gonna do it. But what's crazy is when you initially saw it on, like, I don't know about everybody else, but on social media where I saw it, you just start scrolling and the first thing you see is the picture of the plane. And this is the picture of the plane. It was upside down. The thing landed. So we don't see how it landed or anything like that, but we initially it just shows a picture of a plane upside down, a Delta flight, right? And so you're thinking, because when we started seeing video, it was so quick after everything that happened. I mean, they were still getting people off the flight. So that right there was kind of weird to me. And then the plane being upside down. And so you're thinking, oh, bro, everybody gone, bro, or something. And then you're like, how did it land like that? All 80 passengers were safely evacuated and 18 were injured. Could you believe that? I would like to see the severity of those injuries. That might tell me something, but for only 18 to be injured, nobody died. Right? So let's go to the article. So first we'll watch the video. This is a video that the guy posted on Instagram. You can actually hear her telling him, hey, don't video. You know why it's leaving. Obviously, it's like a major event, lady. Like, no way. My first thought, I see this lady. I'm like, oh, well, her hair stayed straight. It was just a little move to me. She doesn't seem like she just came out of a huge wreck.
Come on! Don't take your video. Put that phone away.
Holy holy oh my god. Yo, I was just on this plane.
You were just, well, yeah. We know you were just on the plane.
Oh my god. Yo, I was just on this plane. Holy
Everything, drop it.
Oh, she got a big chunk of that booty, didn't she? Come on, everybody, come on. She's like, here's my chance.
Come on. Don't take your video. Put that phone away.
Put that phone away.
holy
I did the same thing. I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. All right? You must be out your damn mind, bitch. Look at that. Upside down.
holy holy oh my god.
Like the pilot would have had to literally land slowly and glide it on. Amazing. Okay, so, hey, does anyone else find it weird that as soon as Trump started gutting the FAA, this started happening weekly? I'm glad y'all made it off that thing. Not trying to get political. I'm just curious. Glad y'all are alive. Okay. I sometimes like to ask. Sometimes what the media will do is they'll put things intentionally in front of you over and over, and take something that maybe does happen all the time and put it in front of you so you could see it and blow it up to this thing. I mean, that's what kind of happened with I guess East Palestine was a little different, but there are train wrecks a lot. The difference with that one was the whole chemical thing, and they blew it up and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't check how often do you have plane wreck. I don't think it's that often. Um, for the sense of having, yeah. I don't think it's that often. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. So passenger on the Delta Airlines flight that crash landed upside down. Upside down. Ain't that something? On the runway at Toronto Pearson International Airport recorded the dramatic evacuation on his phone, providing a fresh look inside the damaged cab. Pete Kufkov, a skier who runs a popular social media account, filmed the insane footage from his own point of view as he walked on the ceiling of the belly-up Delta flight and hopped out the exit towards the back of the plane. Being alive feels pretty cool today. Okay. He captioned on Instagram post of the video, clearly thankful to have survived the crash alongside all 79 others on board. He started recording near the exit as flight attendants helped passengers out the side door of Delta Flight 4819 and later uploaded the clip to Instagram. The footage provides a look inside the ransacked cabin where tray tables had flown off their hinges and dangled from the seat backs. Bags were strewn around the passengers exiting to leave everything behind. Yeah, she was like, leave everything behind. I'm like, psh. I'm about to get my carry-on, man. You must be out your mind. The flight attendants who repeatedly told passengers to put their phones away and not record anything. But Kukov continued to film the wreck and record it after he was out of the plane. What is up with these flight attendants and phones, right? Don't want me on the phone up in the air. I can't film the thing coming out. What do you mean I can't film? We just literally got to do a huge plane crash. You're gonna tell me don't film? Odd. Passengers were helped out of the aircraft by others on the ground. The footage shows many walked straight ahead, away from the aircraft, but Kukov went up towards the front to explore the rest of the wreckage. The wing nearest to the emergency exit snapped in half, and scorch marks littered the side of the plane. There were also black skid marks near the air turbine. Kukov, in utter shock, exclaimed multiple explicitives as he gawked at the crash scene. Yo, I was just on this plane. Oh my God, as we saw. Miraculous to see a plane upside down like that. And no fatal injuries. No fatals. I mean, it's a far stretch from, remember this one? Remember this? So you can jog your memory. Look at this. Remember this. Look at this. Look at that. I can't get over that. Look, it comes down like a missile. Amazing. Remember this camera angle right here? This was the crazy camera angle. Imagine you leaving your house or coming in, not even paying no mind. It's a regular Tuesday night or whatever it was. And because they hear it before, because you're hearing it zoom down. Your first instincts while zooming down, when you turn and you see that thing, and remember, it's on fire, right? It's not, you can't initially tell it's a plane.
Yeah, man, she's still acting.
Look at that. Think about it. Yeah, get your ass in the house. Wow.
Yeah, man, she's still
The
acting.
plane appears to be on fire before impact. It's crazy. And I wanted to look at some of the you know, the present, like, what does it look like now? You know, that Philly plane crash. You know, this is repairs underway. Oh, come on, yeah, I want to see.
On fixing this road and patching this road up here on Cottman Avenue. Some neighbors I spoke to tell me that this is a sign that their neighborhood is slowly returning back to normal.
It feels like a little bit of a relief at this point, you know, because what we went through, I don't wish to anyone.
It's a tragedy people in this Northeast Philadelphia neighborhood are still coming to grips with 3 weeks later. Crews this morning patching up the crater left behind by that crash, but the boarded up homes near the scene serve as a reminder of the horror they witnessed.
See, I want to see actual impact.
For us right now, it's a moment that we are just like going through and reestablishing. My friend and her daughter like has some kind of like PTSD.
Annalene Chavez lives just 3 doors down from where the medical jet crashed, and she says her roommate and her daughter witnessed that explosion. Their home wasn't damaged, but her neighbors weren't as lucky.
Over a few minutes, you lost everything that you like took a lifetime to build.
Yeah, she was speaking
that
another
crash
language.
claiming the lives of 6 Mexican nationals and 1 man on the ground identified as 37-year-old Stephen Druitt. His family hosting a celebration of life service today. His son and his girlfriend were also injured in that crash. Ray Goodstone still shocked to have seen the flames and that destruction.
And I could not believe it looked like a war zone.
A scene he never expected to see in this neighborhood.
I've lived here 53 years. That's the worst thing that's ever happened on this block.
Cottman and Bustleton Avenues were reopened.
You notice he said it looked like a war zone.
Destruction.
And I could not believe it looked like a war zone.
A scene he never expected to see in this neighborhood.
I've lived here.
I mean, and so the conspiracies come out, especially with this one, the one in Philly. I mean, my first instinct was, because they were like, it's a plane, and my first instinct was seeing the video. I was like, that looks like a missile. That's what it looked like to me. I still say that. I still say it looked like a missile. I still haven't been provided, overwhelming evidence that it was a plane. I haven't gotten it. And I think because people always tend to forget who we're dealing with here, who's telling us this information. It's the same media that lied about COVID, that lies about everything else. So no, I will not believe, I remember at the time people were like, you saw plane parts on the ground. I was like, I don't know, you don't know if those were plane parts. You're just assuming that, We've seen these people get away with literally murder. So, no. Unless you provide overwhelming, substantial evidence about what you're telling me, I'm always gonna, when it comes to any of the mainstream news, no, I'm not believing their nonsense. They lie regularly. They lie more than they tell. They'll put in little kernels of truth, but lying that's the main dish. That's the main attraction, baby. That's the escargot. You know what I'm saying? that's their thing, is lying. So, and it's not like none of us know this. Everybody knows, but yet it's almost as if when a new story comes, we automatically give them like a clean slate. It's like everybody forgets the last lie that they told, and just like the same thing with your cousin Jimmy, who lies all the time. Liars lie. That's what they do. And I would think people would show more discernment with a huge media company, but no, it's actually the opposite, because they've, a lot of these organizations, these channels, these institutions, they've garnered up so much trust for decades and not to even say that they weren't lying back then. Sure they were, but it is exacerbated tremendously since. And if you don't stop and pay attention and use some discernment, you'll go right along with it. And all of a sudden you're regurgitating CNN talking points on Facebook over a jab. That's how it happens. And then 2 years later you're like, oh my god, like I was lied to. And it's like, yeah, for like the 35th time. Like, I mean, at what point is it your responsibility? I say all that. I'm not saying that they lied about this, but I'm skeptical about everything. I question everything. I don't take everything they say with a. And so this is exactly why, when I saw this one, I saw somebody had posted under it. They were like, that looks like a film studio. Like he was like, he said it looks like one of the sets, my sets or something like that. The guy said, what was he referring to? Whatever, but he said it as if he partaked in making these things. So I was like, I was like, wait a minute. And so then, once I start to see one little thing that might be kind of out of whack, then I approach it as such. And, it's just so weird. We didn't see any fire. They obviously had just kind of crashed, right? Because they were letting people off still, right? So they had just. It was very weird. It's the whole scene is very peculiar, let's say. So, as far as when it comes to these airplanes, man, something's going on. Don't know what it is. Something's obviously going on. Will we ever get to the bottom of it? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be more of these. I would say R.I.P. to everybody. Nobody passed, thank God. But R.I.P. to the ones that were passed in the other airplane crashes. And I pray we don't have any more. But if I was a betting man, I'd bet for sure we're gonna have more. For sure. So it's sad. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or your night or your morning, wherever you at in the day. And subscribe and follow, like, so you can see more of the Black Truther, man. You guys have a good one. Crazy world out there. And I'm gonna keep covering it.